Hi guys, so I've been very postponed on wanting to do this video and have been anticipating doing this, so here it is. Basically just wanted to kind of talk about my experiences of me living here in Florida. It's officially been a year now, as of September 18th actually. That was my 1 year mark of living here. And yeah, a lot has changed, good things have changed, and some things, relationships have stayed the same with friends, family. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about this and share, this new thing that I've been doing now. So anyway, point of this was I was, wanting to share these things, tell you a little bit about, I guess, Miami, what I'm up to. For those of you, we always say we're going to FaceTime. It just sometimes we got work, we got school, whatever. But anyway, I was not planning on scripting this, or thought maybe I could, but I'm just going to keep this organic. So there are no edits in this, no filter. Okay, so anyway, let's start with, I have a few little talk points here. So, okay, well, first, I think the biggest question everybody asks me when I live here or when I still meet people now is, why did you leave California? So, you know, basically, I had graduated from UCR, so University of California, Riverside, and just wanted like a change of scenery, just change. So, not that life was boring or stagnant, but I think my philosophy for a lot of things is that a lot of things are temporary. So if you want something, go for it. And this, by all means, is not like a life motivation talk right now, okay? But I mean, I came out here. I had fallen in love with Miami before, previously coming on vacations to visit family. And I said, well, now that I learned like the skills I needed to in college, doing things on your own, things like that. I thought now's the time. And I mean, worst comes to worst, if I don't like it, I can always move back. But so far, I've really loved it. I've had a few friends ask me, actually, several friends ask me if I'm planning on staying out here permanently. But to be honest with you, I really think things are temporary in life. So wherever opportunity takes you, that's where you should go. So who knows, we'll see after I'm done with my master's if this is where I stay. I'm hoping, to stay longer, but if not, just gonna go where adventure takes me and the next step is. So that comes to kind of my intro here of what I think about staying out here. So okay, so anyway, when I first moved out here, it was vacation. It was awesome. Went to South Beach, went to Bayside. So for my Miami people, you guys know what this is. And for my friends, in other places, especially California, when you come visit me, I'll be your tour guide and show you all of these places. So yeah, we'd drink like mojitos, go to the beach, hang out, super fun. And then, time was flying by a little bit, a couple weeks, and I thought, okay, now time to get on the grind, time to find a job, aka a job, okay? So, yeah, and coming out here with zero professional network, I found job hunting to be very difficult. As it is as a fresh college graduate with zero network, even harder. So, I was really just putting my resume out there, updating my LinkedIn, and then yeah, really just applying everywhere. And then that's when I came across Carnival. So long story short on that job end. And that's when I started with Carnival. Never did I think I was going to be in the tourism industry. Just, wasn't something that I said I was planning on doing. But I'm actually really happy that I am at Carnival because at moments, no matter what field of work you're in, there are always going to be frustrating moments. However, I really do love what I do. Sometimes, things can get a little frustrating at moments, and I'm sure maybe some of my coworkers can agree with this. But I will say that I have learned a lot. And in the position that I am in as a cruise vacation specialist, it's given me skills that I can carry on to other jobs, definitely. And also have a very positive work environment. I love my coworkers, so shout out to you guys. And, they're really my friends out here. So I really, appreciated them appreciate them now, and appreciated them especially, you know, on my birthday this past year. You know, it kind of was like, oh, well, it's just another year, you know, like, cool. And then, you know, I went into work. My cubicle was all decorated with balloons and cake, and went out. We all went out. And yeah, I realized, you know, that just like affirmed to me more, so much more, like why I love it out here. And that kind of brings me to my point of one of my lessons of living out here, that it's really not the place. I mean, I love Miami now, and I'll explain my little roller coaster, but it's really the people, no matter where you go. And that was the same thing when I moved from San Diego, going to college in Riverside, you know. It's really the people, you know, no matter where you go, you're going to make your niche, your group of friends. And that's why I loved Riverside so much. And now that's why I'm starting to love Miami even more now. So that's another thing I've learned. In addition to that, so being out here, there's, yeah, a lot of things you learn. So for starters, you know, things you're going to love, things you are going to hate. I was going to say not going to love, but you're pretty much going to hate, and you kind of have to deal with or learn to love. So things that I love, well, like I've mentioned already a million times, the city of Miami. Man, when you see those lights like Collins Avenue, Bayside, even Las Olas area in Fort Lauderdale, it's beautiful. Like, I completely fell in love with the whole skyline of Miami. And that's, as cheesy as it sounds, like the beach and the skyline are a huge reason why I moved out here. As silly as it sounds, but really. And yeah, that's something that I really love, as well as, you know, people say, oh, the nightlife, right? So as ironic as it is, yeah, when I was back home, I would go out a lot more with my friends, but I was also in college, so things were a little bit different. You know, you have responsibilities, but they're not as big once you become an adult. It's like, okay, time to be more mature now. And I still go out. Nightlife is super fun out here. I've gone to like Fort Lauderdale to go out, Miami Beach, downtown, all over the place. Um, and yeah, it's something definitely fun. If you're young, you're single, it's a good time. And you're going to meet all kinds of interesting people. Other things that I love here, it's just really beautiful. Like the sunsets are really nice. I don't know if you guys have seen some of my Snapchats. Really nice. Everywhere you drive, this is something that I love, really, really love. Everywhere that you drive, you're surrounded by water. So there's water on this side of the road, water on that side of the road. Some of them are like creeks, some of them are like swamp, kind of, not really, but kind of swampy. Canals, or you're driving by the ocean, so it's really beautiful. If you love water, definitely you have to come check out Florida. And let's see, what else do I love? The food is good. I love the food. I miss my Mexican food, and In-N-Out and tacos and Jack in the Box, things like that. But food here is very multicultural. So of course you're going to have a wide base of Latin food. You're also going to have, so Latin food being Peruvian, Cuban, Nicaraguan, everything and anything in between, you name it, Colombian, everything. And then you also have your Caribbean food. So from the islands, you have fine dining, just like any major city, of course. So definitely when you come down here, if you come visit me, or, and I'm kind of speaking to my audience, but if anybody else is watching this video, if you ever come to South Florida, specifically Miami, of course you have to have Cuban food. It's just a must. So that's where I learned what croquetas are. Didn't know what that was, coming from California. Or cortaditos, which are basically like these like little cups of liquid crack. No, I'm kidding, but they're actually, it's espresso. Very, very strong. First time I had it, I was wired, bouncing off the walls, especially because I don't even drink coffee. But now it's like, oh, it's nothing, you know. Everyone takes it, just, that's it. And, of course, you have to have a mojito. Yeah, just a lot of different things you have to try. But those are just some. And now I'm blabbling a little bit, but I just have so many things to say. So now those are things I love. And there's even more from that. I mean, the beach, beautiful. There's a reason why South Beach is a hot spot. Crystal clear water, warm all year round. Now, um, white sand beaches, beautiful people, right? And beautiful inside and out. But this is where I'm going to turn to things I don't like or things you have to learn to like. So, out here, okay, you know how everywhere people say, like, oh, they can't drive here. No, I'm serious. Here in South Florida, no. If you are at a stoplight and you take more than 2 seconds, yeah, not even 2 seconds to like put your foot on the gas pedal to go, you're gonna get honked at. Honks, horns are like music here. Like you just hear horns all the time, like and I realized that, especially when I went back home, which home is San Diego, by the way, for those that don't know me and you're watching this. So when I went back home, you know, I didn't really hear horns that often, honks, and here it's like no other. And also, people go solid flat on a red, like it's not even hidden or anything, or like any shame, no shame. People will run straight through red lights. There'll even be like three, I'm not even exaggerating, 3 cars after a red light that still go. In California, they don't do that. And I noticed that because when I rented a car when I went back home, I did that. And my mom was like, what the heck? What are you doing? And I said, what? I'm just going. But yeah, that's not a norm over there. And things also, it's not that I hate this or dislike it. It's just something that I observed. So here you can never tell who speaks English, who speaks Spanish, who speaks something else. So it's completely multicultural, which I love. I had that back in Riverside and San Diego, but just a different kind of multicultural. Here it's more Latin Caribbean. So definitely when I go to the supermarket, you know, when I go to Sedano's, it's like, it's Spanish, you know, everyone speaks Spanish. If you go to like Publix, then it's like, okay, maybe Spanish, maybe English, you know, you just never can tell. So I kind of I just go with it, you know. I speak to them in English first, but then sometimes I got in the habit of just speaking in Spanish first. So honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out. That's one thing. Not that I don't dislike, but yeah, that's just something I guess I noticed. Let's see, other things. People. Okay, so recently on Facebook, BuzzFeed released something about Miami being like not like being number one rudest city in America. So yeah, our stereotype here, it holds true. People are just rude. I mean, not everybody, but you have a lot of rude people. People that don't, and this is everywhere, of course, but here I'm telling you, people don't say thank you and you hold the door open for them. So sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't anymore. As well as, well, going back to the drivers driving, yeah, no, rude, cut you off, honk. Let's see, rude people, I don't know, just if you're from Miami, you know what I'm talking about. And if you have been to Miami and visited, well, you didn't see that, really. You have to stay here a little bit to really tell. Anyway, those are some things, yeah, that's not an extensive list, but just some things there. Yeah, so that kind of touches on my topic of that. And let's see, what else? Well, places I've seen. I definitely, when I first moved out here, wanted to explore everywhere, go everywhere. And it's not that I don't anymore, but once you really get settled in your, you know, position, and now I started school again, it's kind of a little bit difficult for me to completely explore and have time off. So where I've been so far, though, I went to Disney World twice. Now I'm a Disney Pass holder. Yay! My coworkers convinced me to get one, which do I regret? No, not really. I'm not an amusement park person all the time to be getting passes, but definitely worth it. And let's see, so Orlando, been to there 3 times. Of course, Fort Lauderdale, short driving distance for me. Miami, all of Miami pretty much. So if you ever come visit, This is to my friends, not really strangers, but my friends, if you or family, if you come to visit, I will be more than happy to be your tour guide, show you good food places, the beach, all over. Um, yeah, so places that I've been to, I guess. Yeah, I've been Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and have yet to see some other places, but definitely they're on my list. So yeah, basically being out here, I've just been in my position and have definitely been, working on improving there as well as going back to school. So now I'm at Florida International University as a grad student. And yeah, it's awesome. So that's where I'm currently at in life. and so yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, there's a lot more, but I'm not going to keep you guys here all day. I mean, I'm already looking, 16 minutes. So, oops. But yeah, so that's life. It's been definitely a roller coaster, as cliche as that is. Not hitting rock bottom, but definitely, when I first came out here, I was like, oh my gosh, lights, like Miami, woo. And then there was a good little, tiny little phase, not long, tiny little phase where I was like, before I started school, like, do I really want to stay out here? Do I want to go back? Like, I started kind of missing my friends, my mom, and I was like, But honestly, it was just more because I needed to really establish my my niche. So like get my friends, which are like my work friends. I have family out here, which by the way, I do live with my grandparents still. So everyone thinks I'm like, or maybe I'm assuming, but maybe thinks Miami party, party, party. But no, that's not always the case. And I am Guatemalan, so I have a very traditional family. I do go out, but if you're Hispanic, you know what I mean. And if you're a Hispanic girl, you know even more what I mean. So, yeah. But anyway, now I lost my train of thoughts. With that being said, yeah, I just have been doing my thing here. And now that I'll get back to my point, that I made my friends, have my friends, are making even more friends, and now through school too. Um, I've really learned that yes, I love Miami because of the city itself, but now because of the friends that I'm making and people I'm meeting here. It doesn't mean that my friends, you guys back at home, aren't important to me. You guys are still, up here for me. But definitely, that's life. You're going to meet people, and it's awesome. Whether it be temporary, they're in your life temporarily, or you're there, they're there for you for a long time. So, yeah, that's basically on that portion. Miami has been the city that I love and the city that I still love. And all in all, I just feel like I need to represent my different cultures, my not just culture, like what's my ethnicity, being, Guatemalan and American, but my cultures, representing California. That's really been my brand here now. Everybody knows me from being from California. My brand of being now, a UCR grad. I definitely, want to represent my university to the best of its welfare. And out here on the east side, now being a graduate student at FIU, definitely that's another brand and culture that I'm going to be composed of. So yeah, that's basically it. Not to be cheesy, but these are just things that we all, you all have your own cultures that you have the responsibility to represent and contribute, being so cliche, but to society. So really, and so yeah, that's my experiences. If you guys have any questions, I can definitely go more into detail about, moving. Haven't done the international thing yet. Moving internationally, that's like on a whole nother level, maybe one day, or hopefully having a position where it will definitely allow me to travel internationally, but definitely East Coast or Southeast, I should better yet say specifically, to the West Coast, significantly different. But I really like this pace of change. Just, yeah, part of life. So, yeah, That's where I'm at. So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions, comments if you want. I sound like a YouTuber now, but anyway, um, yeah. So I love you all my friends back at home. Um, so in California, Riverside, Los Angeles, San Diego, all over the place. My sister that's in almost San Francisco, Temecula, and then, my Miami friends here, my family members from all over the place. I still love you all. I'm just a phone call away. If you have my number, great. If not, just message me on Facebook or Instagram or something. And yeah, we could definitely chat. So thanks for watching. If you stuck it out this whole time, go you. If you didn't, that's okay. Yeah, besos. And Miami sí me lo confirmó.